So we're supposed to believe you now or believe what you then?
I
You see,
mean, it's the answer that I'm giving to
It's a
you.
pretty serious claim to say the police officer's lying in his report, because that's a felony for him.
They show up to this parole hearing completely convinced their story will work, even as it contradicts the evidence, the report, and their own previous statements. This is pure delusion playing out in real time.
All right, Mr. Griffin, it's alleged you have violated the conditions of your parole in the following manner. Number 5, that you will not, number 4, that you will not engage in criminal activity or you will associate with persons known to have been engaged in criminal activity. In the charges that you failed to not engage in criminal activity by committing the offense of domestic battery with strangulation, which occurred on 4/27/25, which led to the arrest warrant issued by the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Department. How do you plead to that violation?
Not guilty.
Okay. And you're gonna want to make a statement about that.
Yes, sir.
And
Okay,
give us a statement.
okay, I was arrested for domestic abuse by strangulation. It was no strangulation, it was no physical. I have a letter from my girlfriend stating that. We just had a verbal disagreement. Police report was wrote up how it was wrote up. Since I've been in jail, I've completed, if you can see these certificates from the MOVE program, and they are for the personal development, problem solving, money management, decision making. This one is for goal setting, achieving, anger management, domestic violence, and parenting skills. And this one is for reentry services, victim awareness, job readiness. And these come from Mr. Patrick Cochran, sheriff here. And I also have a letter that he wrote, if I could read it to you guys.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I'm writing this letter of recommendation on behalf of Kendrick Griffin, date of birth 8/14/1986, who was enrolled in who was enrolled in and completed the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison MOVE program upon his release. The purpose of this program is to teach newly released offenders critical skills needed for their transition back into their communities. My 30+ years of experience working with offenders in correctional facilities has enabled me to recognize when offenders are ready to begin their journey and transition back into society. Some of these courses include, but are not limited to, personal development, problem solving, decision making, money management, values clarification, goal setting and achievement, anger management, domestic violence, parenting skills, reentry support services, victim awareness, and job readiness. While in this program, Mr. Griffin took the initiative not only to attend class, but also participate and reflect on his life choices. He has come to terms with the poor choices he has made, and as they have far-reaching effects and consequences for this victim, family, and community. In my professional opinion, I believe that if this individual, I believe that this individual has done their time and has been rehabilitated, they deserve a second chance at life. Although this will not be easy, I believe that being gainfully employed is crucial to their success and development as an individual. I do believe that change is indeed possible if one is willing to put in the work. In closing, I believe that if given the opportunity, he would be a great asset to your company. Please contact me at the above listed number if you have any questions. Patrick Cochran.
Okay.
And he was supposed to be here, but he's busy in it.
Yeah, Mr. Cochran, he's over the MOVE program. He is the director. He couldn't be with us today. He's very, very busy. So I did speak with him. He was supposed to be on, but he couldn't make it.
Okay, appreciate that.
One more thing, I have this, they gave me this TWIC information for me to go home and get apply for my TWIC and
Parole officer help you with that also.
yes, sir. Yes, they gave me all of that stuff.
Okay.
So I can have employment, due to when I get out.
Okay, well, let us ask you some questions now. Go ahead, Mr. Barrow.
It looks like, according to the offense report, Mr. Griffin and his girlfriend Denisha Scott were in an altercation on 4/26, and the report indicates Ms. Scott, the victim, gave a report to the officer that she was battered by Mr. Griffin in the front yard of her residence as she was sitting inside of her vehicle. According to the report, her and Mr. Griffin had been involved in a verbal disagreement all day. And at 1100 hours on 4/26, the victim left the residence in an attempt to de-escalate the situation. The report indicated that during the course of the day, Mr. Griffin kept calling her and texting her a message stating he was going to cause bodily harm to her. Per the report, one of the messages sent by Mr. Griffin provided to the police officer by the victim read, "I'm gonna bash your face in." The report stated that argument began as he was still mad because just as he had been through the whole day. The report indicated that the victim provided on-scene officer video footage of Mr. Griffin arguing and visibly upset. He was cursing at the victim and at some point also provided video where it can be seen Mr. Griffin chasing the victim around inside the house and she attempted to flee. The report indicated that the surveillance footage only captures the verbal argument inside the residence. There's no footage on the outside. The report indicated that the victim stated she tried to fight the defendant off of her, injuring her wrist in the process. The defendant used his hands to forcefully grab her around the neck and choke her to the point that she couldn't breathe, thus meeting the criteria for domestic abuse strangulation. The report indicated that the victim managed to fight the defendant off eventually and called 911, which was when the defendant ran inside the home and grabbed his backpack and took off. That's pretty much information describing what happened. I don't see how you can say you're not guilty.
Yeah.
You actually pled guilty to simple battery involving this.
I pled guilty to simple battery because I was under the impression that if I take a misdemeanor, that I can come home. I didn't know about the different caliber of misdemeanors. Like she got an affidavit letter she wrote. She stood up in open court saying that their police report was falsified because there was no physical ever. It was nothing physical. So that's what she came to court for, and she was in and off the Zoom call just now. I don't know what happened, but she logged into this to
We're gonna get her. We're gonna get her because we definitely have some questions for her.
yeah, there she go right there.
So
Yes,
basically,
I'm here.
saying she falsified a police report and committed a felony.
Yeah, she can tell.
And you never, the video footage that shows you chasing her around and cursing is not real.
No, it's not real.
No, it's no video.
So what did the
How
cops
did
say?
you make a video of him chasing you around?
It was never a video.
No, I told the officer about it out of anger, but it was no video.
The officer says you showed it to him.
Oh.
No, I didn't show him a video.
He absolutely claims you showed him a video.
Yeah. So we're supposed to believe you now or believe what you then?
I
You see,
mean, it's the answer that I'm giving to
It's a
you.
pretty serious claim to say the police officer's lying in his report, because that's a felony for him.
Right, correct.
What did happen? Tell us what happened.
Yeah, what did happen?
Well, the night of the incident, me and Mr. Griffin, we had been going back and forth, about a argument that we had had.
Oh, what?
So I can't recall the argument it was about. It had started that morning, so it was just long gone. We argued. So I left the house. I stayed gone away from the house, over at a friend's house and all that. And we went back and forth texting and over the phone, yelling and screaming at each other all day. So when I came to the house, we got into, an argument. We were going back and forth and everything. And he kind of, was saying threatening words and everything else. So I got angry and I called the police and told them.
I left. I was never there. I left. Like,
Mr. Griffin, do you remember what the argument was about? She doesn't.
Actually, she thought I was cheating. Like when we get into it, I'll run. And she kept calling me a runner. So I was like, well, I'm a run, and I left, but I was just really going to clear my head because I didn't want to argue. And she was like, if you leave, you're gonna leave. And we just was going back and forth with that but I really wasn't cheating. I just wanted to get away to de-escalate the situation. So she left and I left. And when she got back, we got into it again and I left. And that's when the police were called. I wasn't there when they were called. I don't know, but I left.
What about the text she said, she showed the cops that says, I'm gonna bash your face in? Did
I
you
never
write that text and falsify that, or did the cops write that and falsify that? Who wrote that?
I never wrote her anything and never did her anything physical. Like I understand she was bitter at the time and made a call, but I never touched her.
Okay,
Never
but
did none
I
of
just
that.
want to state for the officer's defense, the officer stated that he didn't rely on the victim alone. He read the text message that she showed him. I'm gonna bash your face in.
It was no messages. It was
Okay,
Are you all living together now?
yes, sir. We've been together almost 3 years.
So you have these kind of arguments off and on?
Not really. It's just like I don't like to argue with her. Like when she raised her eyebrows, I know she getting angry, and I walk outside. Like we got a big yard. I go outside and probably cut a tree or cut grass or something because I cut trees, and I go outside and fumble in the yard, and then come back inside and cool off. We don't really go back and forth that hard. It just was that day. We just was we just was one of those days, but we don't go through that.
Yeah, Ms. Scott, what are your plans if you all get back together?
Well, we've moved forward into getting into church and kind of growing as a family. So we've kind of got like everything planned out, like changes that we've been, making and so forth.
You ever thought about taking some anger management classes or something
Yeah,
to,
I'm actually about to start counseling, and me and my kids, and like we're gonna do like family counseling also.
that's good. That's good. We don't like to see these situations, and the lying really hurts.
Right.
Yeah.
okay, any more questions? I don't have any questions.
I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Panel's ready to vote?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Mr. Barra?
Well, I actually believe she was telling the truth back then and not being truthful today. So I have to vote to revoke this parole.
Okay, Mr. Tillis?
I'm going to vote to do not revoke and suggest that you guys get some counseling.
Okay. Well, I'm like Mr. Bauer. I believe there's nothing but lies being told here from all kind of angles, and we got to try to figure out which one's the truth. And I will err on the side of public safety, and I vote to revoke your parole. Violated condition number 4 and number 10. Good luck to you, sir. We're signing out at East Baton Rouge Parish Prison at 11:55.